Hey, what's up, guys? It's from the slowest Pokemon players in the world. We have the new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet game for 1 week, and we haven't tackled anything in the plot. No gyms, no star members, no titans. But we feel confident enough to give you our review. I'm Violet Annie.
And I'm Scarlet Minty.
And this is FunUntitled, the podcast we serve every episode in FU. Alright, straight up, there's no plot spoilers because, like I said, we don't know the plot. There's gonna be some Pokemon spoilers because if you don't know the Pokédex by now when the leaks came out, get out from your rock.
I mean, Celebi basically has everything.
Alright, Minty, top 3 favorite things about Scarlet and Violet first off. It can be Pokemon, it can be game mechanic, it can be anything. Start off with the people. What do you like?
Oh, interesting. Weirdly enough, I really like that the Pokemon Center doesn't have doors.
Okay.
It's like a 5-second animation that I don't have to waste anymore.
I wish we had a Nurse Joy equivalent for the Pokemon, because I'm sick of going to that little gas station and seeing some weird dude next to my wife.
We should have one.
At this point, if they're going to be next to each other, hell yeah, we should have one. Put Officer Jenny there.
Oh my god, like Clerk Jenny.
Like, we defunded the police. We have we have psychiatrists helping our Team Rocket members. So now Jenny can fulfill her dream of being a market department clerk.
Well, now I guess it's like CSP helping Team Star not be a-hole delinquents.
Real fast, I want to say Operation Team Starfall is the only reason why they named that team Team Star.
You think Operation Starfall is a good name?
Oh, I love it. I love it when that little Fire Emblem protagonist hacks our phone and then is like, hey, we should do Operation Starfall.
You don't know who Cassiopeia is.
Yeah, okay. Hi, I'm Penny. I'm gonna get bullied by Team Star. Then I'm gonna leave the plot. Oh, a random hacker just came. That's not me, though. I'm out of the story.
Why'd she name herself after a star?
You know what Cassiopeia is?
I'm pretty sure it's a star.
I thought it was a made-up word.
No, it's real.
Alright, number 1. Pokemon centers don't have doors now.
2, I like that you can backstrike a Pokemon. That way you could get like some advantage. Because I train all my Pokemon, so my weaker ones have a chance of like not getting hurt.
Okay, I will say, I'm gonna bring a Debbie Downer, devil advocate, whatever you want to call it. As someone who played a lot of Pokemon RCS, that really messes me up because I expect to catch the Pokemon, not go into battle.
I do wish there was a capturing option for that.
I get why there isn't, though.
Sure, but Arceus let me.
They also killed you in RCS.
I also don't like that when you crouch, it's a slide, and I feel like the Pokemon notice me even more so than if I just like crouch normally, or if I just walk.
Alright, what's your third favorite thing about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet?
The chance of finding a shiny Pokemon is almost as high as Arceus. People have like insane luck. Shiny Pokemon was trending for a long time after the game came out because everyone was finding the shiny Lechonk.
I was gonna say that a lot of people got the sexy pig.
Oh, I wish I had a sexy pig. That's not a spoink.
I will say, okay, our Spoink is flesh colored. That's a weird looking pig. So the biggest thing about Scarlet and Violet, the thing that like appealing to most people who hasn't played Pokemon in a while, is that it's open world. So instead of just walking into the grass and getting jumped for all your money, now you can actually see all these Pokemon. You see the fear in their eyes when you hunt down their brethren. It's kind of messed up.
It's very interactive. It's incredibly engaging. I really love everything about it. And I know it's like if Sword and Shield and Legends and Arceus combined to make Scarlet and Violet, I just wish it had more elements of Arceus. I don't know about you, but do you feel like the Pokemon density is much less than it was in Arceus? Like, I feel like Arceus, I was always running into a Pokemon. You know what I think it is? I think it's the size.
Yeah, it might be it. Because I remember I was like in like this rocky mountain area, and I'm like, I see like one Wookidee every square feet. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, maybe if the Pokemon were bigger, I feel that it was more dense.
Got some big boys in Arceus.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm talking more than just mega, alpha Pokemon.
Yeah.
God, it's only been a week since Scarlet and Violet came out, and I've already forgotten some major terminology.
I can't tell you how many times it pissed me off when I step on a scatterbug.
Oh my god. And I can't tell if it's a Mastiff or a Yungoos that's in the grass, because I see just brown with a yellow stripe, and I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be 2 different battles.
Alright, top 3 Pokemon introduced in the Paldea region. Now mind you guys, like I said, 1 week, we've not done anything, so we do not know any of the Paradox Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, I think Scarlet and Violet has a lot of cool Pokemon. Like, we all like Cerulege and Fido.
Kind of weird that the Scarlet girl didn't mention Armarouge, but okay.
Armarouge is okay. I mean, nothing compared to Cerulege. But I'm not like in love with the Scarlet Violet Pokemon.
What do you think about the starters then? We have the singing crocodile, the gay duck, and the kind of bland cat.
I'm not that impressed. I don't like the design. I don't care about the typing. I mean, I get the whole like primary types go one way and secondary types go the other way, but I've never really cared about that.
Did they do that in Carlos?
No, they
doubled down?
They got really close with one of them. What's it called? I always forget who's the stars in Carlos and who's the stars in Alola.
Okay, so like Carlos definitely no because the water dark frog just like ass beats the fire psychic fox.
Yeah.
So in Alola, there's a fire dark cat, the water fairy seal. I always forget what that thing is, and the grass ghost.
Lucia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a circle? I guess not. I love Primarina.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. So they finally did it with this game, but I'm like, I don't give a shit.
I think the cat's so boring.
Well, it's supposed to be what I've seen a Lynx, and that's like found in Spain, which I think is kind of cool, but I don't know. Maybe this will be the year or the game where I make a team without a starter Pokemon. But we'll see. When I finally get them all to like the final evolutions, maybe I'll change my mind. Because that's what happened with like Turtwig. I was like not interested in Torterra until I had one, and then it was like a game changer.
You know, I felt the same thing about Scorbunny.
Yeah, Scorbunny's a good one too.
You ever fought with a Scorbunny?
I do. Okay.
Alright, big question. Everyone wants to know. What are you packing down? No. Does the glitches ruin the game?
I personally don't think so. I think most of the glitches that I've had are mostly cosmetic. Like, I haven't really had one that impeded my game. Like, I couldn't catch a Pokemon, or I couldn't use an item, or whatever.
The two glitches I faced the most is one, I have to wait a while for cutscenes to activate. Would take some classes at the school, and then like, I would wait maybe 30 seconds before the class starts. I'm like, okay, finally. God, I can answer some questions that everyone knows now. And two, I have a natural gift of just like jumping off cliffs and ending somewhere where they're like, oh, you're stuck in that rock now.
Really?
Maybe we saw it when we was playing together once.
I guess so, yeah.
Maybe I'm not supposed to jump on rock. Maybe I'm not supposed to use the jump feature. I like using the jump feature. It makes me think it goes faster.
I like the jump feature too, but I like it when there's a double jump.
I will say, riding my legendaries in the beginning when there's no like boost, be slow. I might as well just run at one point.
You know, I feel the same way. I'm just like, I'm just gonna fast travel.
That's another interesting thing. The Terra Pokemon, how they're like everywhere on the map.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be more rare, but they're not. So I'm catching all of them, and I'm like, I gotta stop because I'm probably gonna release a bunch of them.
Dude, like, I don't know. I saw a ghost Diglett and was like, I don't want this.
I have 2 rock Diglets. Like, what am I gonna do with 2? What am I gonna do with one of them?
There's a lot of them was just like, it's not really useful. Like, I saw a fire Venonat and I was like, maybe. It seems cool. The moth to a flame, I guess. Oh, I fucking love my Flapple with that poison. My little
That's
poison
a good
apple.
one. Yeah.
But that's only aesthetic.
Yeah, see, we gotta like sit down, look at these Pokemon, and be like, okay, so can you learn a type of this Terra type? Yes, okay. Now, does this help to like give you less weaknesses? Because some of them give you more weaknesses. And it's like, well, what's the point then?
Don't you have that Shelter that's completely useless?
He's a bug type, okay?
Love that guy. Hey, Shelter, what's the buggy crystal thing look like?
Like a Tennas that's curly.
Oh, that's weird.
It's cute.
Okay, if you had to explain to someone the whole Terra thing, how would you do it in one sentence?
The Pokemon can get a 3rd type and it doesn't have to be unique.
And is it better than the Mega Evolutions and the Z moves?
No. Mega Evolution's the best one. They should have continued doing Mega Evolutions. I don't care about Z moves. I don't care about Gigantamax. I think Gigantamax is probably the worst one.
Yeah, specifically. Actually, wait, can you do Gigantamax in regular battles?
I think like if you and me were battling, we can, but like story-wise, it's very limited.
Right, I forgot you have to be in like a weird Dynamax zone, so you couldn't just do it anywhere.
Right.
I never used that feature. Me and my little Grimmsnarl being like, oh, you want to be as tall as the Eiffel Tower? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, they got another form. I'm like, okay, and so did Mega Evolutions, but I didn't have to worry about a 3-turn limit.
Going back to my previous question, unless you have something to talk about.
I miss Mega Evolutions.
Oh my god. You gotta think of at least 3 Pokemon that you like in the new Paldea region. Like, even just 3 you want to talk about. Like, there's a lot of unique typings now.
See, the ones with the best unique unique typings are like the worst design Pokemon.
Like what? The chili pepper? We all knew the fire and grass.
No, I like the chili
Yeah,
pepper. Chili pepper is cool.
Every fake mon that was fire grass was a chili pepper.
The Scoville, that name, like Chef's Kiss. That's perfect. That's amazing. Like a Scoville unit.
Oh, we're still talking about the grass fire.
Yes, he's not.
Okay, I was like, did we move on? Who's the score villain?
That's a Volform name.
I didn't know that. I just know that the first one is like a pun of Kappa, as in capsaicin, that's in peppers, and the Kappa, the Japanese turtle.
Right? Another clever name. But then like there's like the Poison Rock one, which I'm like, what the hell are you? And the Poison Steel one, and I'm like, are you a car?
I hate. As someone with Violet, I hate that the Paradox are all robots.
I think it's an interesting idea. You know what I would love to see is like we all think of like the next Arceus game is gonna be in the Wild West in Unova. What if it's like in Paldea and it's in the future? I just think that would be cool. Like let's face it, we've all thought of the like scientific advanced world where the animals have gone extinct because humans could not take care of them, but we love animals, so we created like robotic ones.
You know, it's weird. I feel like I see that plot more with we had two gender race. We got rid of all our one gender, so we had to like recreate them via robots.
Are you just talking about that monkey comic book one that you keep talking about with our father?
No, I'm talking about Cyber Marionette J.
I'm talking about Team Hyper Monkey Team 4.
No one knows either of those shows. Do you think Scarlet and Violet is an easy game for first-time players?
I think it's actually harder for a first-time player, but I think it's more appealing to a first-time player because you can go at your own pace, you can just catch Pokemon, and especially in the beginning, it's incredibly overwhelming with how much Pokemon you can catch.
I think this is like the most like chock-a-block that you get in the beginning, because before it was like, alright, we have our Starly, our Shinx, and our Bidoos. You're gonna see those three specifically for the first 3 routes. When this one, like, right out the gate, you're like, holy shit, this is a lot of Pokemon. You want me to move on with the plot? No, I have to catch all these.
Yeah, if you just go off the beaten path, you're almost getting like twice as many Pokemon.
And attacked by Houndooms.
Oh, the Houndooms. But so I'm sure a lot of people who haven't played Pokemon in a while is gonna start up with Scarlet and Violet. Because the concept of an open world, it's like that's the new progression of games. That's like, oh man, Pokemon is taking a big leap here. Which I will say they take the big leap when they put the open world in the battles. Because they've done it already in Pokepark. I don't know why they can't go back to that.
Do you think the graphics in Scarlet and Violet are stunning, okay, or bad?
I think it's okay. Like, I was blown away by Arceus. And I don't know if it's just because Scarlet and Violet came after Arceus, but I just think it's okay. Like, I don't really care for graphics too much, but I know some people do. I mean, I like the textures that they're adding. I like that they're putting more expressions in people's faces. I like that the character designs of this Pokemon game, I think, personally, is much more interesting than what, like, Sword and Shield.
Did you see the butch lesbian in the Elite Four? There's a butch lesbian in the Elite Four, and I'm very excited to see her in person.
I want to see a butch lesbian. But no, in terms of like, I looked through the whole Pokédex of what's gonna be in Scarlet and Violet. I looked at all the fucking gym leaders. No, I didn't give a shit.
The Psychic looks kind of pretty. She has weird eyelashes. I'll tap that. Well, we'll meet her one day when we get past the first gym.
The bug one, right?
Yeah. I wonder if you can do the gyms out of order. You must be able to.
I think you can, but it's kind of like, why would you?
I will say, okay, there is supposed to be a lot of weird ways of evolving Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. And the only 2 that I know is one, the little Pawnee Pokemon, the...
Tommy!
What is that? Like a lemur?
He's a hamster!
I don't think he's a hamster.
He's a hamster!
Maybe a Quaker.
He's a He's definitely not a Quaker.
Well, basically, like, you have to walk with him, the Let's Go feature, and like what, 2,000 steps?
1,000.
1,000. And like, if you go in blind, there's no way you're gonna know that. You're just gonna think he evolved once and never again. And then like, I found out how to get King Gambit is that you have to have a B-Sharp who needs to take down like the boss B-Sharps of other Ponyard gangs and need to take the leader quest. And I'm like, what?
What if you do, but then you find out not all B-Sharps have a leader quest?
They got dishonorably discharged.
Yeah, they're just like a rogue unit.
Like the Meerkat man.
Oh my god, the scene where one meerkat just accidentally goes the wrong way and then like the drone is going up and you're just watching them go farther and farther from each other and you're like, well, that meerkat is dead. I was like, oh no, do something, people.
Why don't we have a meerkat book? Oh wait, shit, Patrat. I didn't see you there.
He's like looking at you. He's like, and I'm always looking at you, but you don't look at me. I love Patrat. Patrat's so cute. And he evolves into...
Watchog.
Yeah, you know him.
I'm gonna go with my 3 favorite Paldea Pokemon since Minty's a little piece of shit.
What did I say?
You said no one. It's like
Oh.
crying teeth. You're just like, I don't like any of them.
I like, get back to me.
So, first of all, yeah, Ceruledge, my little charge cadet, he's so cute. He does not like it when I bathe him in the picnic mode.
Annie is obsessed with fire ghost Pokemon.
You know, just because I had a Chandelure, a Alolan Malarak, and a Hisuian Typhlosion,
And a Ceruledge.
and a Ceruledge doesn't mean I'm obsessed with them.
It's 4x4.
Look, there's a 5th one out there. I just know it.
Not unless you're counting like Litwick
Nah,
and
nah.
Lampen.
So he's my little guy, Charge Cadet. I love him. I think hopefully I'll be able to get another armor. 'Cause I know you have to trade 10 Bronzong corpses to get Ceruledge's armor.
I got 2 Charcadets. I think you told me to get 2, right?
No, you said to get 2 because you wanted both Armor Ruse and Ceruledge.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you shit.
Oh, shit.
I mean, keep it. You're like, okay, I'll try to get another armor for you. Maybe I just gotta bring 10 more corpses of Bronzors.
I have not done the picnic aspect yet, and I have to.
It's okay. I made a sandwich with just jam and jelly. I'm like, is this what you like, Japan?
Annie.
Just rock your shit. I don't know why Japan thinks that's a sandwich. That's not a sandwich.
Maybe it's not that known in Japan, so it's very exotic to them.
Alright, number 2. I'm trying to think of that thumbnail I drew for this video.
Wiglet!
I don't like Wiglet. I just caught a shiny Wiglet.
That was
But
amazing.
I hate the fact that you can totally miss a shiny Pokemon. There's no glitz and glam like Arceus. I was just like, basically, I was like, oh, someone told me to go to the beach for Wiglet, so I'm going to follow the river. I think I see a giant yellow thing wiggling. Oh shit, that's a shiny Wiglet. And Wiglets are pain in the ass because you can't approach them fast, so you have to crouch and go towards them. And I freaked the fuck out when the Wiglet went back in the ground.
Yeah, when you're a puss like Annie, you give the game to Minty and make Minty catch it.
That's how I caught all my Arceus shiny. Because I like Tinkatink, but my only problem with Tinkatink is that, by the way, Steel Fairy. Oh, that's why people keep drawing Tinkatink with Mawile. It makes sense now. It looks too much like a Digimon. Once you give Pokemon weapons and make them like that little body shape, that's a Digimon. You know what I mean? Like, name me any other Pokemon with like a legit weapon.
Timber.
I guess.
Kadabra.
That's a spoon.
Counts.
I don't think he uses that for a fan. I don't think if you go to the airport, the TSA is gonna be like, sorry, sir, you need a license to permit that weapon.
I'm sorry, is Psychic not a move that can hurt?
He doesn't use the spoon.
Why does he have it then?
He used Psychic on the spoon. I like Mob. I gotta watch Mob Psycho Season 3.
I want to rewatch season 1 and 2.
Yeah, I remember we didn't like 1, but we rewatched 1 and 2, and they were like, oh, not bad.
Season 2 is great.
Yeah, we get to meet Reagan's boyfriend in Season 3. So, speaking of current animes, I don't like Nimble. I just like the fact he turns into a cricket with chainsaws, because it reminds me of Chainsaw Man.
He's just spiky, like
No,
an actual cricket.
I get it, it's chainsaws.
It's not chainsaws.
You're telling me he pulls up picture of Nimble's evolved form, I don't know what it's called, Locust? That doesn't look like chainsaws, especially when it goes into showdown mode.
No.
Okay, I guess it's just a Locust then.
The cricket or grasshopper.
One of the 10 play. Oh my god, I should have named mine Pestilence. I could go with the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse team. Because Ceruledge is war, obviously, because he's dead soldiers. I have the Locust, which represents disease. I don't know why. And then I don't know why. I read the Pokemon description for Smoliv and was like, oh, you're famine.
I could kind of see that. Like, they have all the food and let everyone starve. Who's death?
And it's some random ghost smuck, probably a fire starter.
I am interested to see the secondary legendary Pokemon because they seem cool. Like the snail.
That's not, I think that's just a legendary. I think there's only one pseudo legendary.
No, secondary legendary. Is what I
Oh, gotcha.
said. Yeah, like they're not like Koraidon and Miraidon are the main legendaries, but like the secondary ones, you know, like your Reggie Ice of the.
Could you imagine if we combine card games with our legendary Pokemon?
I thought you were gonna say with Pokemon in general. Like, a Pokemon trading card game? That'd be weird.
So like I'm riding on my cool motorcycle, like, you know.
Oh, this is what you're talking about, you piece of shit.
And you're with your stupid galloping guy.
I wanna be on a snail.
I want to be on that little saber-toothed tiger.
Fuck the tiger.
I like the goldfish. You look at me because you don't remember the goldfish. You look at me because like who likes
He's
the
stupid. They don't evolve. No, right? There's a lot of single evolutions in this game, which is weird.
I'm
'cause I
not-
feel like
I'm not talking about the shrimp. I'm talking about the secondary legendary.
Oh, I only remember snail.
But go on with your little tirade about a lot of single evolutions.
Wasn't that weird? Because Pokemon seems to be straying away from them because they're usually people's least favorite anyways.
Because they're so damn weak. I guess because that guy got that Pachirisu win at the championship.
That was like years ago.
It's been years since we've been here.
I'm just saying, I mean, like, if you're gonna make them something like a Titan Pokemon, then that kind of makes sense. But if you're just making them like a Flamigo, then it's kind of like, what the hell?
A lot of birds.
That too, a lot of birds. But I'm okay with that.
Squawkabilly, Flamigo,
I like the electric flying one. That one seems cool.
the stork, the ostrich.
Okay, that first form, Flittle, does not look like an ostrich baby.
It looks like Tweety Bird. Okay, you want to talk about Pokemon that makes no sense. I want to bring up Strudel.
He's a mouse. What do you want to
That's
know?
not a mouse. That's a racist caricature of a mouse. Weird nose. I don't even think the evolved form has a giant nose.
He's an EGAT.
What's an EGAT? God's mistake?
No, from Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, piece of shit.
Last thing I want to bring up before we wrap this episode up is that I love that the game just automatically gives you all the customization that you worked your ass off for in Sword and Shield. And they just said, you can just have it. You want the hard eyes? Take it.
Now you gotta work your ass off to get clothes. I want better clothes for my damn character.
It's hard to get money.
I have a lot of battle points.
See, that's the thing. So I'm like, I feel like, oh man, what am I supposed to do? I don't have money. I do have LPs, but do I save the LPs?
I've been spending that shit like water. I go to that like random smucky Wingo that's like, hi, I'm normal type. You want me? I'm like, no, I just want the 500 LP in your little Terra Crystal. Bye.
So it's 500 LP a lot.
I say I could buy a lot of picnic stuff with 500 LP.
I gotta go buy picnic stuff. I gotta do the picnic thing.
I gotta learn how to make babies. I don't know how to make babies.
Whoa, Annie, please.
I don't know how to make babies. I don't know how to read this map. And I don't know.
Lock your map. Stop turning it around.
I don't know how to not stop going to the level 30 area when I have level 10 Pokemon. 'Cause I'm like, oh, hey, that's the Goose Poison. That's pretty cool. And he's stronger than me.
Stop looking at the map.
I wish that's the Goo would disappear from my life, if I'm being honest.
Go catch it.
He's level 30. My Pokemon all weak.
You'll figure it out.
I don't want to hear that from you, Mrs. I designed my trainer to be like the boringest combination all the time.
I have a set theme that I like to do, and you pick clown makeup anyways, so who are you to talk?
I'm Jinx from Arcane because you still have to watch Arcane.
I ain't watching that shit.
It didn't win 5 nominees for an Oscar, Emmy, and Tony for you not to watch it.
It got that EGOT.
Just like Shooter got that EGAD. Alright, so maybe we'll do another episode when we finish the game in about a year.
Like literally in a year.
I want you to know, Minty is literally the slowest. Like, Pokemon Arceus, Minty literally completed it the day before Violet and Scarlet came out.
Well, I mean, you know, it takes a long time. You gotta catch all the Pokemon. You gotta make them research level 10. You gotta get yourself to level 10. You've not done any of it.
Every day, I'm so mad because I'm like, oh boy, I can't wait for Minty to find out that one blonde guy, Volo's evil. And Minty's like, I did that like forever ago.
Yeah.
Get with it. And I was like, what? I thought he had Arceus. Like, no, he has Giratina. I was like, what?
Yeah, if you play the game instead of looking up spoilers, you'd know this kind of shit.
So many people ship my character with Volo. How was I not supposed to see fan art?
Yeah, you know, when he turned evil, I kind of stopped shipping it too.
Oh, I thought we ship it more then.
No, he got weird.
Volo has Nagito Komeda vibes. So, and you know how popular Nagito is.
He's also your least favorite one of your least favorite characters.
We'll get to that in another episode. For now, bye.